Dear God, I just want to thank you so much for bringing so many people together to have good conversations today and that we're able to connect with each other. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. Let's all eat my cereal. 1, 2, 3.
Is that what it is?
Story. I was just really good.
I don't mean like leave it set.
Like pretty much everything's done. Like in the next 2 days, I have everything done until finals, and it's awesome. Hi. Yeah. Somewhere. Well. Okay. Oh, let's just talk about it.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, lacking courage to go and like do things to bless other people, words of affirmation, or like actually like doing things for them. I feel like if you're lacking courage to like go up and be brave.
John chapter 6 verse 1.
And a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. Then Jesus went up the mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover festival was near. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, he said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for all these people to eat?"
One of the things that prevented them from loving on everyone was doubt. They doubted Jesus. They're like, dude, you're going to feed 5,000 people? Yeah, okay, I can't even feed myself.
Jesus is not realistic. Like, in terms of like art, like in terms of realism, like he doesn't fulfill that at all. And I think like part of that is like love's not realistic either.
He also doesn't make fun of the little boy for coming up with, like, in the light of all reality, is something that's completely insignificant.
Jesus doesn't discount the contribution that the boy brings. Like, I mean, that's what Andrew says. He's like, hey, there's this guy who's got this stuff, but I don't really think it's enough. This is kind of a joke. Like, are we really going to use that?
He's the, like, according to his story, he's like the one person to offer up his lunch, which is loaves and some fish. And like when you ask who's the one loving in the story, like I thought Jesus, and then I was like, that little boy too, like I don't know what caused him to give that up, but he did. And like who knows if he understood, like, oh wait, there's a million times more people than this food can feed. He just like had faith to like give it, and faith and surrender to give it up to Jesus. And that makes me think, like, you know, sometimes I feel like what I have to offer God and what I have to offer this world is really insignificant.
What you do, even if it's small, is what allows me to do things that are so big.
When I kind of doubt in the God that loves me so much, it's kind of hard for me to love other people.
I doubt if the way that I'm going to try to love these people will like work at all. Because I think that like the disciples are doubting, like, well, are we going to practically be able to feed these 5,000? Like, I don't think so.
In a sense, I would have expected Jesus to already have, like, I mean, I knew Jesus already had the miracle prepared, but it's kind of like a, okay, if I'm like giving you this, like, you know, question or this burden or whatever, it's kind of like a, okay, Jesus, you don't have a plan, so now I have to make a plan.
And so I think in the same way that we can be like, is it really going to help them if I love on this person right now? And if you tell yourself no, then you've just psyched yourself out from loving on someone. When really, like, you know, God gives us the power to love anyone pretty much at any time. You know, if we're called to love, then, like, you know, God's gonna make it work some way or another.
How does not what I have stand out at all? And the truth is, it doesn't. But if I can surrender it like this little boy did to Jesus, then Jesus can multiply it and do so much more with it than I can, and it wouldn't even be associated with me. It'd be all to his glory, like just as it is in this story. I think that's like super encouraging and just like really, I don't know, revealing and cool.
Yeah, that was the message.
It's real. That's the crazy thing.
I know, right?
That was so cool. Just like my body sees
Yeah, I'll ask you to do that.
And you need a ride. Oh my god. That's crazy.
I'm pretty excited.
Oh,